Hello, everyone. I have a series of really exciting announcements today. I'm in Las Vegas this week at the Unleash conference and the ServiceNow customer conference called Knowledge 2025. And we are launching two amazing new integrations with Galileo. The first is we are now embedding Galileo into the ServiceNow AI platform, which is called ServiceNow AI, manifested in a front end called Now Assist. And what this means is that the entire Galileo system and corpus is embedded within Now Assist. And there's many applications of this. First, there are more than 200 or more companies who have licensed the ServiceNow platform for HR. And what this platform is used for is knowledge management, case management, employee support, onboarding, knowledge and skills assessment, and other functional capabilities that customers purchase and implement separate and above their core HR systems. And as ServiceNow described in detail this week at their conference, the ServiceNow business, which is now 3 times the market cap of Workday, by the way, this is one of the fastest growing, largest enterprise software companies ever invented, is now widely used for AI workflows, agents, and traditional workflows in many applications in business, including HR. And so those of you that want to use ServiceNow or the ServiceNow tools to build agents or to implement agents in HR or HR service delivery or HR call centers or HR business partner functions can use Galileo in the same platform as ServiceNow itself. And what that means, frankly, is that you don't need to have 15 different agents in order for people to get their work done. If you're an HR professional and you're using ServiceNow for case management or knowledge management or to support employees, you can ask it questions about HR, about benchmarking, about best practices. It can generate content for you. All of the capabilities of Galileo are available inside of the ServiceNow platform. And for those of you that use ServiceNow and you're not HR professionals, if you're an employee or a line leader or a supervisor or a manager, you will also have access to Galileo as a manager because Galileo is more than an HR assistant. It is also a coach and a management assistant. So this is a massive announcement, and we're really excited to have been working with ServiceNow on this over the last year. Second announcement, we are also announcing the availability and the integration of Galileo into HiBob. HiBob, as many of you may know, is one of, if not the fastest growing human capital platforms and payroll systems for mid-sized companies in the world. I happen to know HiBob very well because I met the founder of HiBob maybe 10 years ago when he was starting the company. And it is an exceptionally well-run technology company, now with 4,000 to 5,000 mid-range customers, growing at an enormous rate. And they wanted and need and see value in adding the coaching and analysis and support and advice and consulting tool of Galileo to their HR customers and to their managers and employees who use HiBob in their client companies. So we have built an integration between HiBob and Galileo. And any HiBob user, any HiBob HR professional, anybody who uses HiBob can click a button and get access to Galileo directly in their flow of work. This is especially important because many HiBob customers have relatively small HR departments, and they may never have the benefits of working directly with an organization like ours, but now they have access to our entire corpus of knowledge and information and benchmarking and recruiting tools and learning and development tools directly through Galileo. Now, both of these announcements are really just the beginning of what we call Galileo Inside. Galileo Inside is our name for the embedding of Galileo into your systems of work. I know many of you like the Galileo experience standalone and all of the features and capabilities that it has, but as you know, we have a lot of co-pilots, chatbots, and other agents in our organizations. And sometimes you're doing something in another agent and you want to ask a question about HR or about leadership or about recruiting or benchmarking or about vendors or about world labor markets or other questions, and you just like to get trusted responses from a validated, trusted source. And so what we're doing, little by little, is embedding Galileo into these other systems. Now, over time, there will be agent-to-agent communications. Today, there are no established standards for this yet, so Galileo is being embedded into these systems directly or through API access. But over time, we hope, at some point, there will be AI fabrics that allow one AI agent to talk to another AI agent. Both Anthropic and Google are working on these standards, as are other companies, and as soon as those standards are available, we will implement them. By the way, in addition to these two announcements, we are also conducting at Unleash a series of 10 in-depth workshops about Galileo, showing more than 300 HR leaders how to use Galileo in their own jobs. And we're doing this because the use cases for Galileo are expanding and expanding and expanding. So if you go to any of these workshops, or if you come to one of our workshops in the future, or come to a Galileo users group, you'll see the hundreds and hundreds of use cases for Galileo in HR, in management, and in leadership. Take a look at the article on our website. It will explain to you exactly how these two integrations work. And if you have any questions, please give us a call, and I'll be happy to give you more of an update later this week on all the other things that happened at the conference this week. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.